yesterday. Really was hem-hawing about coming tonight, but I wanted to more or less come in here after work and at least get a tree stand hung for a morning option on this farm. Really didn't have anything set up to do so I did that, and I was like, well, I wanted to freshen up some of these mock scrapes. I had a buck last night, turkey foot. He visited this scrape down here last night, so I came in today after work, hung that tree stand for a morning option, fixed up these mock scrapes, deployed a couple more trail cameras, and decided to come up in here and actually sit tonight. I just figured by the time I got off of work, I got up in here and did all that. Plus the wind is perfect for them to come out of this CRP and work this tree line, either work these scrapes or at least check the downwind side of this field. Historically with this property and this little wood lot, they usually work this field I'm sitting on right here as soon as they get the crops out, which keeps the deer in the timber feeding on these oak trees. However, this year it's been totally different. They actually planted a cover crop in this field right here. So I actually got a couple 100-acre food plot that's really green right now. There's 2 or 3 other shooters on this farm, so pretty excited about what might show up here in the next coming days or the coming weeks. So I've never killed a buck in the month of October. However, I was really close last year with arrowing my biggest buck actually out of this tree on November 1st. So I'm pretty jacked up with the way the trail cameras have showed me in the last few years of hunting this parcel, and with this field being in a cover crop this year. So pretty jacked up about what might show up in the next week, definitely in the next couple weeks. So we're gonna settle in here, get an arrow knocked, see what we can see tonight.
Well, after a couple other sits, my optimism only grew. We were seeing an absolute ton of deer coming out to the cover crop field. However, nothing seemed to want the acorns in the woodlot. With more and more corn coming out by the day, I was hopeful that that was all going to change as the month progressed. We just got settled up in the tree. Brought Catherine tonight with me. Back in the same tree I sat the other night, seen all them does. So we're at the front end of this cold front. It's Friday the 25th or 26th. We got a big cold front coming in on Monday and Tuesday. But we're hoping, despite it being 70 degrees tonight, that these deer are still gonna be wanting to move and do the frisky things and at least come out to this nice cover crop field we got growing out here to feed. So it's getting to be that time. The weather and Mother Nature is starting to cooperate here. We're gonna be, and it's that time that we all hope to be in the trees. So we're gonna settle in here and shut her down, and since we're running a little late here, and hopefully we'll be seeing some deer here before too long.
that I've been hunting that turkey foot buck. Had a cool encounter with him the other night when I was hunting with Catherine. He came out kind of late, pushed a smaller 8-pointer out of the field, and then bumped a doe. A snort wheezed at him, and he really didn't like the situation and kind of took his time to close that distance, and by the time he did, it was way too late. Anyways, I got confirmation again that evening that this deer, I feel like, is aggressive, so tonight I brought the decoy in, tore down the tree stand, which was down the fence line here about 50 yards that me and Catherine sat in the other night, and moved the hang on down here closer to this corner, hoping we can kind of close that gap a little bit, because they've definitely been favoring the corner of this cover crop field here. So time has gone by again where I have yet to tag a deer, a good buck, in the month of October. However, it's the 30th tonight, and I got a couple more opportunities to do that. It's almost a year to the date that I killed my buck last year on this farm right here in this corner. It was on November 1st last year, and he came out with a hot doe, and hoping history repeats itself with one of these other shooters we have on this farm. Anyway, gonna settle in. It's the right time. We're in the tree, so ought to be good. So fast. I literally just took a pee, and that buck did what he hasn't done all year and came through the timber. First deer in there by himself on my weak side. Had to get the camera arm all the way around. Filmed him for a good minute. There's some commotion going on across the street. Had his attention. I think he was a touch over 30 yards, but I might have squeezed it in there, but I feel like I might have been a little low. I don't know. The sounded good and he took off good, but I feel like I might have been a little low on him, but he was angling away. It might have snuck up in there, but that was turkey foot. And I'm a freaking Nips, baby. There he is, guys.
What?
I can't believe it. Yes. Yes. Well, here he is. Decided to get him out here for you guys and get a better look at him in the daylight. This is definitely the buck I call Turkey Foot. I seen him, I think, on the 3rd of October coming out of this CRP over here, and he seemed a little aggressive in chasing a doe and harassing her and bumping another buck around. But then Catherine and I came in here on Friday, which I think was at the 27th, and he pushed another buck out and went right back to harassing another doe. So I knew I had a good opportunity at possibly killing him, but I wanted to adjust my stand location. So I brought the Novix in yesterday and hung about 30 yards from the original stand location, get a little closer to the corner, and he did what he hasn't done all year, or from my knowledge anyway, and actually came in the timber first before assuming he was going to eventually come out to this cover crop. But tickled pink to get him, and it ain't even November yet, and I finally got, after trying for several years of killing a buck in October, I finally got it done.
No matter the season, you can rest assured you'll be comfortable in a 360 hunting blind. With no blind spots, silent window operations, and plenty of room for the family, 360 hunting blinds are the Cadillac of all hunting blinds, and they're made right here in the USA. Check them out at 360huntingblinds.com or find the dealer nearest you to learn more.